Okay, this is strength and conditioning for runners, part 3, a little 12-minute plan. The idea being that you can do all 3 parts in a week. So I do them on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but they could also sit as a standalone exercise. So, leading on, this mirrors number 1. Our first move, it's going to be a side lunge. So we're calming down. Plant the leg, push down. Plant, push down. Just make sure that knee feels happy. So if you find planing the knee forward doesn't sit right, just have it at a bit of an angle. Okay, it's much better just go with something that feels safe and you get that pressing down. Okay, and then we're getting ready to move over. Okay, so we switch to the other side. Again, down, press through. With these sort of things, it's much better to go slow and steady and get that power. So what we're doing is just building up muscles around the hip, inside the groin, and also preventing, hopefully, anything like groin pulls. Push down, bounce back up. Push down, bounce back up. Move number 2 today is a fire hydrant. Goes like this. We lift the leg, take the arms, we're going to push back and bring together. Okay, so we get this kind of movement. And this is going to be tasty when we get round to the 3rd set. So in, push back out, in, push back out. Okay, and when I do it on the other side, I'll show you from side on. Okay, so switching. So side on, got in, coming up, in, coming up. As always, I have a slightly dodgy ankle that I've broken a couple of times. So this makes this move very paramount on my right side. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Just going to go into everybody's favourite exercise ever, or not, the side plank. So we're lifting up, creating that space. I like to take the hand on the other hip. If you're super duper fit, really want to push it, take the arm up. If you want to make it easier, just lower the leg to the floor. Okay, my feet are together. And this is a horrible move, but honestly, essential really. There's another video where I go through my top 5 running moves. This is of course in there. Switching over. So down, up. And again, if you want to make that harder, you can take the arm up in the air. You'll probably find one side is harder than the other. So for me, it's my right side when that one's on the floor. Okay, and it marries up with my running history. There is some weakness. I tend to drop on that side. So super important I do that. Okay, whew, coming through. Next move. You're going to hate me because we do this one for a minute. But we're going to take the legs up. This is called a dead bug. We're going to take one leg down as the arms come behind. So breathing in, breathing out. It's like trying to tap your foot to the floor. So you breathe out as you do the work. You breathe in as you bring it back up. Okay, if you wanted to, you could come into flexion and tuck the chin. Okay, I prefer just to keep it level. And again, if you want to make it harder, the arms can go over at the same time. So you breathe out, bring it in. Okay, we're very nearly there. 10 seconds. Okay, you're trying to keep the back loose. Okay, you should feel a drawing of the abdominals. Okay, brilliant. Bringing ourselves back up. Side lunges. So remember from number 1, what we want is we're going to drop straight down and come back up. Optional is to add some weights. But really we're just thinking tucked, we're level. So I like to hold the waist because then I can just focus on dropping that leg through. Okay, get in the breath. It's nice and warm in here. Okay, switching over. Back, get your stability before you start. We do try where possible to keep the toe behind, the knee behind the toes, but it doesn't matter greatly if it goes slightly forward. Okay, losing it. So dropping that knee, that's the key part. Dropping that knee down so that we get here doing our work. Okay, back on to fire hydrant. So arms pushing out. So it doesn't really matter if you do this or like in video 1 where we did the RDL, some people call them Supermans. These are fantastic exercises for building up, controlling the gluteal, getting your ankle balance. Okay, switching over. And I think especially important when you're a bit fatigued. So for example, I can really feel my ankle doing loads of work, but might just possibly stop an ankle sprain somewhere. If I do wobble, my ankle's got the ability to take it, those ligaments. They can respond well. Okay, I know you're loving it. Back onto our side planks. Same, holding firm. So again, if you can see, if you want to make it easier, drop the hips, that's fine, okay? And just pushing up. Feet together is probably the easiest one. Head in line with the rest of the body. And that shoulder, where possible, directly underneath you. So it's as relaxed as you can be. Okay, and switching over. So do a little, or just turn over. And again, that harder option, taking up and opening up the body. I think it's plenty hard enough. So I won't be adding anything to make it worse. Here we go, 10 seconds. And then we're going to a slight variation. So we'll do dead bugs again in round 3. Okay, 2, 1. So coming onto the back. Again, highly recommend using your head block. We're going to cross one leg. We're going to take our arms behind the head. And we're just going to bring that elbow to that knee. Breathing out as we do it. Okay, you're just there. Hold it a couple of seconds. Bringing it back. Okay, you're not pulling the neck. Body just coming with it. Head just nice and loose. Okay, switching it on over. Just turning it over. Very small movement. Okay, so notice I don't really even need the other hand. Okay, just come over. We should have a couple of seconds where we go, oh yeah, I can feel that. Okay, the goal is not to come up there. That's silly, that's overdoing it. Okay, the back should always feel actually quite nice, flat on the floor. As we do it. One more. And then we're back up. So, back, final set. Onto our side lunges, pushing down, coming back up. Down, plant, back up. Nice and simple. Okay, so I think these workouts are fantastic. Part of the reason I film them is so I can get them to clients. People who need to, building back up because of an injury. Instead of me sending a massive sheet, I just send them these workouts. Part of it is so that I myself can just stick this video on in the morning. I don't have to think about my workout, I just follow me, basically. Okay, so last couple. Push down, just always make sure that knee, make it go where it feels comfy, okay? Don't fight your knee. Last thing you want to do is get tweaks on your knee, just trying to actually make yourself stronger. Okay, so we'll see how these fire hydrants go on this final time. I think I started off on the wrong leg there, but never mind. I did that in session 1 as well. Reach. As you can say, a little bit of breathing. It's a little bit hard, but it's not that hard, if you know what I mean. Because this is really supplementing, isn't it? This is the stuff that makes you able to do the fun stuff, which is the actual running. Okay, final time through. Reach, pull in, reach. So like all of these things, it's all about, so I'm going to say myofascial sling, obliques. It's just the fact that when we run, we pivot through the body, don't we? Right arm, left leg. So that's how we should train in diagonals effectively. Okay, so final one. Final time, you'll be glad to know. Coming into our side planks. This is the one where my partner hates me. She can't stand the side plank. But again, so useful. Because if you're somebody who drops, I hear all the time, physios going, oh, it's your glute med. It can be. But also if you've had an injury on one side, like I've had many right side injuries, I found the whole side. Like the muscle charts will just say the glute, but you've got to think about all that connective tissue. It's all an area. The body doesn't really go, we don't really run and go one muscle, then one muscle. It's a whole area, isn't it? So by stabilising that trunk on one side, you'll just be more upright. And that will make you a more efficient runner. Okay, final 8 seconds. Mercifully, we are done with side planks. Okay, so a final minute. Coming back through. We're back to dead bugs. So breathing out, one leg, come back in. So you're not pressing the lower back into the floor. That's going to cause you a tense, tight lower back. Okay, we're just simply breathing out. You could draw the navel in a little bit to support you. And the key is you only go back with the arms and leg as far as you feel the pelvis stays relatively flat. Okay, because we're trying to get strength in that area, but we're not trying to tighten anything. Let's be honest, if you're doing any long distance running, it's going to take tightening for you. You don't want to add to that. So again, breathing out, you stretch as far as feels comfy. Okay, and as you come into the very last couple, breathing out. And if you're doing this in the morning, you can now have your breakfast. Okay, so finishing, give yourself a nice little hug. Might even want to take the legs one way and the shoulders the other. But ostensibly we're done. Okay, I just love those two stretches. Okay, then we can bring ourselves up. Even do yourself a little back stretch. Let the neck release. Okay, perfect. So that was part 3. So you should find underneath in the description, there's links to part 1 and 2 and coming up at the end. If you found this video useful, please give a like, subscribe to the channel, which I'm building up. Okay, and all I'm going to do is leave with this. I will see you in the next workout.